I was going to say, I think, as think about it, there are really sort of three artifacts. One artifact you have is the valuation model, which is the projections, and it happens to have DCF built on top of it. All right, fine. Then you have the due diligence reports, and those, are, I think, as I said, the valuation model is a living thing. The due diligence reports tend to be a bit more discrete in time in terms of you start and stop due diligence, but you can keep them open for quite a while, and people add and revise them. And you have, due diligence reports on, commercial, legal, HR, finance, legal, whatever, technology. And then you have the integration plan. So obviously there's a bunch of different due diligence plans. So let's put all that. So those are really three artifacts. And then I think it's important, so that it's important that everyone sort of sees what's going on in each of their work streams. And in order to promote that, one of the things I found that's really useful is having a weekly or twice weekly call where you have all the stakeholders, so the person who's running the model, me, the people who are doing due diligence, the owners of various due diligence streams, and then the owner of the integration plan, having them all on the same call once or twice a week. And if you don't need a call, then obviously cancel it. But even if you don't, let's say that HR, the person who's running HR has finished their diligence report, or thinks they're finished their due diligence report. I think even, having them on the call, even if they may not be particularly active participant, is important because they may learn stuff from hearing on what's going on in other live due diligence streams. So, if, for example, the person who's running technology diligence says that, they've determined that in order to, meet the product development goals of the, let's say, the joint organization, once you integrate the two companies, you're going to need to hire, 10 additional, developers. Well, that's something HR needs to know and pretty quickly build into their integration plan, because now they need to build in both and then model, and I need to go into the model too, but you need to model the cost, but also how long it's going to take to hire them, how much are you going to have to retain a firm to hire them. And so I think you may think you're finished, some part of diligence, but it can get real pretty quickly, which is why I think it's helpful to have as many people as you can on that call. And if you can keep them pretty pretty short, half an hour, 45 minutes. But I think it's important, particularly in the later stages of or really, I think anytime, the second you're in the second round, I sort of put standing meetings, and if there's nothing to talk about, you cancel it. If you need an ad hoc call, you schedule one.